Okay, so on tearing the shrink wrap off, we are going to be tearing the shrink wrap off of Comancheria, the rise and fall of the Comanche Empire. Game designed by Joel Toppen and produced by GMT Games. So let's unwrap this sucker and see what's in the box and see if this is something you might be interested in picking up. Alright, let's get right to it. So, typical nice looking artwork there on the front cover. This is, I should say, the reprint, I believe. The 2024 reprint. And, well, let's take the shrink wrap off so we don't have that glare and see what the box has to say about it. Let's see what we got here in Comancheria. Alright, so before we open the box, Comancheria is a solitaire game which transports players back in time when prairie's grass was yet to be trodden by wagon wheels. Back to a time when the bison herds numbered in the millions. Back to the time when the Comanche were the lords of the southern plains. In Comancheria, you, the player, get to make the key decisions as you guide your people in an epic conquest of the southern plains. As the player, you must balance carefully the establishment of your people's culture against the relentless pursuit of an increasing hostile colonial enemy. Using mechanics similar to Navajo Wars, Joel Toppen's Comancheria challenges you, the player, to conquest and control the southern plains of North America. It won't be easy, however. Aggressive northern tribes like the Osage, Panay, Cheyenne, and Arapaho, again, sorry about that, will challenge your domination of the hunting grounds. The colony of New Mexico has expansionist ambitions from the west. To the south lies Mexico and the new colony of Texas, and to the east lies the great threat to us all, the United States of America. So this is one player, 4 to 8 hours. Complexity is 4 to 9. Solitaire is 9 out of 9. And let's open it up and see what we get. Solitaire game by GMT. You gotta love that. We have our playbook. We have our rules of play. This is, of course, the second printing. We have our Comancheria Rise and Fall, resolving enemy instructions, and the game counter summary. We have the player actions, success checks, sequence of play, taking actions, planning, passage of time, victory check, and enemy instructions. We have our counters. First counter sheet. These are pre-rounded counters. For over here on this side, these are not pre-rounded counters. Typical thick, nice counters. Punch in, punch out for the pre-rounded counters. Some of these will have to be clipped. We have a, I should show you the back side of this as well. Alright, we have another counter sheet here. Again, these are not clipped, or pre-rounded, I should say, so they're going to need to be clipped if you're so inclined to do that. Then we have the map board we will look at here in a minute. Some baggies. We have some dice, a blue, a red, and a yellow 6-sided dice. And we have some cards, and we have this insert, which we will never use. So that's probably going to go in the trash can. Thank you. Let's move all this stuff out of the way and take a look at the map. right. Just trying to keep things separated here. Let me zoom the camera out so we can get a, hopefully, more of a general gist of the size of this map. There we go. Alright, so we have the Rancheria display here, probably for the different tribes, I'm assuming. Some history cards, available resources, enemy instruction display. Then we have Upper Arkansas, Lower Arkansas, the Red River, Colorado, the Rio Grande, and Limeo Estacado. Again, apologize. Development card deck display. Operations track. Passage of time track, and the general record track over here. So, and you're going to have a bunch of counters doing all kinds of stuff there. It is a one-sided map. I should mention that. Just blank on the other side. So, not that you need another side. So, treat as enemy connections until Indian Remove Act card is revealed. Okay, speaking of cards, let's take a look at what we have here. Since we're tearing the shrink off, let's tear the shrink off, the cards. Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about here. Really? Really? Come on. There we go. Alright. There we go. Tear that shrink off. I hate shrink wrap. Development deck. Blue Tweezers, what's going on, buddy? How you doing, sir? So we have development deck 2, it looks like. Development deck 2. We have development deck 1, which are going to have different events. And this is from 1700 to 1749, it looks like. Okay. Development deck 2 is from 1750 to 1799. And I do like how they adjusted the color ever so slightly. I don't know if it comes across in the camera very well, but this is just a slightly darker yellow than this. This is more of a gray yellow. This is more of a yellow, if that makes sense. Just barely, but I do see a difference. I know you probably can't see that much of a difference in this. Maybe if I come up close to the camera, you can see. Not really. Gregory, what's going on? About to rip the shrink off my copy too. Nice. Christopher, what is going on? Great game, never managed to get close to winning. Okay, that doesn't sound great though. Let's open this deck and see what we have here. Oh, we got more development cycles here. Well, we have cycle 4 and 3. And alright, so we have development cycle 3. Let's see here. Interesting enough that these 3 are about the same color. This is a little bit lighter. I don't know if they did that on purpose or maybe there was... I don't know. I don't know. Then we have what do we have here? Some two-sided history cards here for the different. So you got History 1, History 2, 3, and 4. And then they talk about the different eras while in play. Enemies recover instructions succeed only on a die roll of 1 to 3 and a die roll of 4 to 6. The APs are spent, but no ravage counters are removed. Alright. See what else we got here. Hey, Braun, how you doing? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I've been extremely busy. In fact, I'm not even... I might have to go here. The wife is taking a little nap here. She's had surgery, and I'm trying to help her out. So while she was taking a little nappy, I figured I could do a little video action. So got a war deck here. Typical GMT cards, nice quality. They do, you know, obviously shuffle very nicely. Do look good, nice thick. Managed to get to the third stage once. Anyone get any further? Oh boy, now you put the challenge to me there, boot tweezers. Oh boy. Now we have a culture deck. Same thing. Good quality, good looking cards. Definitely shuffleable. Very nice. Yeah, so the cards are very manageable, very easy to deal with, which is always a good plus. Some games out there I know are a real pain to try and get their cards to work. You can tell right off the bat these cards are workable. You can handle them, you can shuffle them, you can manipulate them. They're not sticking together. Obviously, they'll need a little bit of working out, but besides that, that's done. I wanted to look at the rule booklet if I could again. That would be great. Alright, so just have about 1.5 counter sheets to do, and it's not even full counter sheets. You got a bunch of extra blank spaces, so this shouldn't take too long if you're planning on clipping your counters. So I would say maybe, depending on how fast you do it, maybe an hour, probably less. These are already obviously pre-rounded, so you only have these amounts there. Shouldn't take you too bad. Should not take too long. And again, they punch out pretty easy, and you know, if you don't mind the little nibs, obviously you don't need to punch anything out. But for me, yeah, I do need to punch these out, which is fine. I'll do that. Do a little bit here and a little bit there. Let's take a look at the player action, sequence of play. Take action, planning action, passage of time. Okay. Game counters. So we have some band counters, which is going to give strength and movement points. War column strength, which is going to give war column strength and battle modifier. Instruction counter, which gives AP cost and instruction title. Other counters. Medicine tie-on, colonial enemy markers, hexagonal markers, resource counters, bison, captives, food, guns, horses, and trade goods. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources. All right, it's just great. It looks like a great solitaire game. I can't wait to try it, to be honest. Rules of play, we got 24 pages, mostly text, a few images, but not too many, to be honest. Mostly text. So 24 pages of pretty much rules. Plays are great and well referenced. You can run the game from them. Nice. Good to hear that. Player actions. Player operations. Success checks. Alright. Blue Tweezers, do you have a playthrough of this on your channel so I can see how you played it? And then we have the playbook. It's gonna another 24 pages. Designer notes. And if you want some further reading suggestions. Alright. This one's got some more diagrams and photos, which is nice. Alright. Let me know in the comments section, Blue Tweezers, if you got a playthrough so I can skip the rule booklet and watch you play it. Tutorial right here. The new player should start here. Ready. Boom, boom, boom. Set. Boom, 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 boom. Do this, do this, do this. Go. Unlike Navajo Wars, in this game the player begins with the initiative. The transfer of initiative is usually the result of player actions, although cards can sometimes accomplish this. So it's your turn, if you will. What should we do? Well, when in doubt, look at the victory check objective on the current history card. In this case, it says player must control Upper Arkansas and have a rancheria in a second territory. The Comanche control territory is if they have at least one Comanche band or rancheria in one or more of that territory's map spaces and there are no enemy spaces in that territory. Currently, we have a rancheria in Upper Arkansas, but since enemy spaces is defined as either square-shaped map spaces, there are no such space in any territory. Yes, they're all round. We do not control Upper Arkansas. The tribe in Area 4 and 5 denies control of the territory. So if we look at 4 and 5, so there's probably some enemies that we're going to need to take care of on there. Okay. So here's what we should do. We should deal with that task. This is how we're going to take care of that. So that's a nice start. That's a good way to help players get into it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Not too shabby. Lovely. Alright, we'll look at this. Doesn't look too super complex. What did we say the complexity of this was? Only 4 out of 9, so less than 50%. 40%. 48 hours. It is a longer game. If you can make it that far, as the Blue Tweezers has said. It's a little iffy on whether you're going to make it that far or not. Because it seems to be pretty hard. Oh, so Joel has done a tutorial video on it. Okay, maybe I'll check out. I know he's got a channel, so maybe I'll watch his video as well. I definitely enjoy watching videos to learn a game much more than reading the rule booklet. I'm not like Rough Swordsman. I don't like to take my rule books to bed with me. I like to take my wife to bed with me. Ha ha ha. But she just had surgery, so I can't be doing that. Alright. Nice, thick, mounted map board. Very solid. Yeah, very good. Yeah, alright, it's definitely very typical. Nice artwork. Really nice. Once you remove that silly insert, should be able to fit everything in here without any problems. And probably take a couple of these decks of cards for now and just stick them in the bag so they're not flopping all around. And then I'll tear the counters apart later here. I want to check on the wife and make sure she's handling life better. So she was taking a nap, so I'm hoping she doesn't wake up in the middle and need my assistance. So anyways, that is that. Lovely. Got some more bags for the other counters. Leave them right in there. Oh, I got my two. And of course, our little dice. Of course, we need our dice. What would we do without 6-sided dice? If you're interested, let's take a look at the probably I would say the 2.5 millimeter one here looks like probably a pretty good option for that clipping. So I would definitely probably use the 2.5. And yeah, that's a pretty good job, and you're good to go. All right, I will hope you get good medicine. Yeah, well, she was having problems with her medicine, so we had to make a run to the emergency room and get that all fixed up because she was not dealing really well with the pain. And the medicine was only making things worse, of course. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about COMANCHERIA. There's my box lid. Good looking box. Really good artwork. And definitely looks like a great game. I'm surprised I didn't realize that this was solitaire, so I'm very excited to give that a try out. So thanks everyone for coming out. Be sure to check out Joel Toppen's channel and check out his video. Check out the GMT Games website if you're interested in purchasing said game and finding out more information. They usually have links to videos, designer interviews, you know, all that stuff. So go to the GMT website and check it out. Otherwise, we'll see you all next time. I do have another game I need to do an unboxing of next time on the channel. We got the new Crusaders expansion for Medieval. So we'll see you then. Until then, my friends, take care of yourselves. Don't you forget, I will see you all down the line.